just about set for football now from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Today, a good battle in the NFC. It's the Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles. It's the Philadelphia Eagles. Well, welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. And off we go on a sweltering hot day in Tampa. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is. Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
Hurts going to fire this one out to Smith. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Devontae Smith, a gain of a yard, brings up 2nd and 9 at the Buccaneers' 49-yard line.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. This one not quite on target. Too much. That one falls incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And 3rd down coming up.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Open man downfield is Brown. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Philadelphia.
Big-time play with Hurts and Brown, and even 30 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
2nd down, they need 3. Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
On 4th down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. This a 31-yard attempt. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So the Buccaneers come out, and Baker Mayfield leads them out. He has found a spot to be very comfortable. The former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, who turned 30 in the offseason, and has done a nice job with the Buccaneers the last few years.
Yeah, you have to feel good, Mike, seeing Baker Mayfield back established as a franchise NFL quarterback. He had such a tough journey these last couple years, bouncing around multiple spots around the league. And then last year, down in Tampa, he has a chance to get them to the NFC Championship game just a few plays away. He continues to play up to his potential. This team's going to be tough to beat.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. A short one there to Arden. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll try and get there on the ground. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
Again, 10 yards. That's good for a Tampa Bay. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Baker gonna give it to Irving. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. He'll go again here with Irving. And he's not going to get the 1st down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing 2nd and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, Riley Dixon on to punt for Tampa Bay. Back deep for Philly, it's Cooper DeJean. Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The Eagles offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They had the field goal on the opening drive, took the early lead. See if they can improve on that here. 3-0 our score as we begin 1st and 10. Man in motion is Smith. He shows jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Brought in by the tight end, Dallas Goedert. And mark him down up beyond the 30. They get 16 on that connection. Good for an Eagles first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Now he'll run it, and he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
I'll run up the middle with Barkley. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
On play action, Hurts. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll be 3rd down.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
Flush to his left. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. A big play there on the scramble. 38 yards.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive. Quarterback knew the blitz was coming. You could hear him pre-snap communicating with the guys up front, but sometimes it's just the perfect defensive call, and there weren't enough blockers to account for all the rushers. He had to get the ball out quick, and thankfully for him, he got it out just in the nick of time.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. We'll have more from Tampa after this. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter. They face 2nd down and 7 as we are ready to get back underway. They throw the RPO to Goedert. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag. A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Jalen Hurts on second down. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And now 3rd and goal coming up.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
That one broken up in the end zone, and it's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
A 29-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Johnson now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They're still in search for their first points in this one, but only trailing 6-0. And this drive will begin with the 1st down. Off the play fake. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. Now, screen set up for Irving. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that 1st down. And they'll try to convert it on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 12.
To throw is Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Trying to hook up with Cade Otton that time around. And now it's 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to get back at it. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Now he takes off, and he'll get about 4 yards before wisely covering up.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
On third down, they'll go with Saquon. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass. So they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully. And that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Bucs offense ready to take over once more. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, they've punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. It's Irving, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
That's Ibuka in motion. Second down throw from Mayfield. He'll get that complete to Emeka Ibuka. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Third and 11.
Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
I understand it's third down and the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on third down and you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that first down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle. Ball falls incomplete, and now it brings up fourth down.
The Eagles offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Barkley to start the drive, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer, but they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Philadelphia.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
Really nice play there by the defender, Mike, and not only to force the incomplete, but it's the timing. Understanding if he gets there too early, you bring in PI. You get there too late, it leads to a completion. That time he times it just right and knocks the ball away.
They'll run it here with Saquon. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Mike, I have to be honest. When offenses come up with run play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block coming up and making the tackle and keeping it to no gain.
On third down, here's Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. 25 yards, the pickup there. Good for an Eagles first down.
Philadelphia.
This defense is going to have to come up with some answers at halftime because they cannot allow this quarterback to just continue to have his way with them on the ground using his legs. And that's exactly what's happened so far here in the first half, and we're going to have to get that fixed and fixed quickly. This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now Hurts. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. Here's Barkley. And he's in! Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. That a big score, Greg. They continue to get points, but after not getting touchdowns, this has to feel really good to this offense.
It really does, and I think anytime you can build on your confidence that now you know the rest of this game, you can finish these good drives. Coming away with 2 field goals, those are wins for the defense. So now a win for the offensive side of the ball, and got to see now if you can keep this rolling throughout the rest of this game.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles extend their advantage to 13-0.
Buccaneers, nothing. Jake Elliott to kick
So
off
following the
for
score,
Philadelphia.
here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense getting set to get back to work. They find themselves down 13-0 here. As they try to get things started offensively, it's 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. That's caught outside by Otten. Nice game here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
2nd and a yard. To throw is Mayfield. And they'll whistle him down, but Not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Down the field, it's Evans. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. And even 30 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Here's Irvin, and that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Do this. Come on, this is our last chance.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Now Mayfield. That's over the middle and caught by Ibuka. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up.
That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do. That's it, man. That's it. Come on,
Throwing is Baker. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs are on the board. It's now 13-7.
13. Buccaneers 7. Chase McLaughlin.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. We'll go ahead and just cede the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. On first down, it's Hurts. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. They go play action with Mayfield. Finding space at the 40. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
On first down, here's Irving. He kept waiting for that cutback lane to develop, but never did. He's tackled right at the line of scrimmage.
Every rookie that finds themselves in the lineup, Mike, they're trying to make plays that keep them in the lineup. Continue to show your coaches they can trust you as a young player in this league, and he continues to make plays like this. He's going to find himself in the lineup more and more often as the year unfolds.
Right back to Irving. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
That's good.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
36-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, Mayfield. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. 3rd down coming up.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception, and the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
Get this complete right side to Otten. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Buccaneers field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Buccaneers will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. The return starts from the 5. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. Man in motion is Smith. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Look wide, get this one complete, and he'll be out of bounds here, and it's only a gain of a yard.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. Out of bounds, a couple of yards short. It is 4th down.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Irvin. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Reed Blankenship coming up from his safety spot to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd down.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to 2. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and now you can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
He'll try to run for it. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
15 yards. And a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on 3rd down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up the 1st down.
One of the tight ends in motion right. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 2nd down, Baker. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Here now, 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll try and get there on the ground. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down. 15 yards.
They go with man coverage on the back end, and while everything's covered up nicely, there's nobody with eyes on the quarterback, so he ends up just using his legs, keeps the drive alive, and that heads-up play moves the chains on 3rd down.
Baker gonna give it to Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
39-yard line.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Off play action. No chance at all. He'll go down. Zadarius Smith in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's third down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. They send Godwin in motion. From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Emeka Egbuka. Touchdown, Tampa.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense, and then what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot, and with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bucs make the lead full. It is 17-13.
Eagles 13.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
On third down, it's Hurts. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
Little miscommunication there, now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Here comes the Eagles punt team.
For the Eagles.
And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. That is left side and caught by Evans. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
At the 25-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. They'll motion a tight end right. A short one there to Otten. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now a 3rd and 2. They send Godwin in motion. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play. And good job by the defenders tracking them down and took him down for a loss.
Riley Dixon in punt formation for Tampa Bay.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers getting their punter out there as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead.
Fair catch, signaled for.
Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On play action, here's Hurts. Rolling right, he's going to tuck it and go.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On the ground, this is Barkley. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. A pickup of 14 on that walk. 1st down, Philadelphia.
A gain of 14.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 4. at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Now Barkley. Barkley's got the first down and more. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for an Eagles first down.
There's two elements to a successful run play, and the key is having them aligned. The offensive line needs to block according to the play and create space, but the back has to hit that space at the appropriate time. And this is a clear example as to why it leads to big gains.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down at the Buccaneers' 14-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff to Barkley. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Once again, it's Barkley.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Going to keep it on the option. And he'll take this one in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. The kick is good, and the Eagles go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
17.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Buccaneers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. This is Irvin. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 31. Brings up 2nd down.
Mayfield. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away.
In trouble, and down he goes. That is Jalen Carter, the Georgia product, barreling in for the sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punch it away. Be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter.
Fair catch, signaled for
Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Hurts using the pop pass. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
That's a short one. Caught by Goddard. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
We'll try to run here with Barkley. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stop him dead in his tracks and set up fourth down.
Third and short, and you come up with a big stop, taking the ball carrier down for a loss. Now you put yourselves in a position to hopefully get the ball back and give your offense a chance to go down there and take the lead.
Here comes the Eagles punt team, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Bucs offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. It's Otten in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. 10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
It's second down and 10.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And 10.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. It's only a yard, but a big yard. 4th and 1. He'll go. It's White. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
The Eagles offense ready to take over possession of the football. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out, but 1 first down will essentially end the game. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And a good run there. Gonna get him 5 yards. And now at 152, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
Second and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now give to Barkley, running right, and he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bucs' 25-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. That is brought in at the 10. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
14. First down, Philadelphia.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only 1 remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. They come away with a hard-fought victory.
Homies can trade your outfit.
So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.